Am I recording right now? I think I'm recording right now. Okay. So this is how I'm going to start it off with. I'm just going to talk and then I'm just going to kind of go from there. So for right now, I'm just going to go ahead, do my speak, and I'm just going to take it from there. Simple as that. What's going on, y'all? How's everything going? Or actually, let me start out like this. What's going on? It's Donovan. Okay. Fuck it. What's going on, y'all? It's good to see y'all again. I feel like it's been a while. I know I've been posting a bit consistently, but it seems like I've been falling off just a little bit. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to try something a little bit different. This kind of goes back to a format that I actually used to do when I very first begun my content creation journey. I wish I kept the videos up on my channel so then you can kind of see how terrible they were from the beginning. But, I just wanted to freshen things up, try something a bit different, go back to the way it was before. Now, you may see things are a bit brighter now because I'm actually recording off of a different camera. I'm not actually recording off of my phone. I mean, the only downside is I just kind of wish I didn't have to speak from this wired microphone. So, it's funny. You don't really appreciate wireless until you actually have to use something that's wired. But that's neither here nor there. That's not actually what I wanted to talk about. What I actually wanted to talk to you guys about was just the importance of actually not being afraid to be yourselves. Unfortunately, in today's world, it's much easier and much more comfortable to fit in. And growing up, I never really quite understood this until I actually tried to fit in, and I only did so I could get people to like me, get people to, view me as an equal or respect me. But what I was actually doing was, it was a twofold situation for me. So basically, I was only doing it to impress other people, A, and B, I was only doing it because I actually wanted to fit in. And I didn't realize what God was actually setting me up to stand out rather than to fit in. That's all my life experiences up to this point has kind of like led me to. Everything has been cumulative. It's been cumulative to the point to where it all added up to me in this very moment right now being unapologetically myself. Now, I know I posted some videos before of me actually walking around with the camera and speaking on camera, but in publicly. You have to forgive me. I'm still actually, as a natural introvert, I'm actually learning how to communicate a bit more effectively. So you'll have to forgive the stumbles, but this is a learning process. I'm just documenting the growth and documenting the journey. So it's just an opportunity for me to share this with you guys, but it's also an opportunity for me to talk about my thoughts. And a lot of times what I like to do in front of the camera is I don't like to, just say a whole bunch of wild shit. What I typically do is I just speak honestly from the cuff, and I'm authentic. I'm authentic with my thoughts. I'm authentic with how it is that I use my voice when I talk about certain topics or issues. And one that I want to talk about is the importance of actually being yourself. I did post videos about this before. Now, if you actually look through my channel and you actually see some of the videos I posted earlier, you see me walking around in public around a bunch of people talking to a camera about whatever it is that I'm talking about. Now, at first, it can be a bit nerve-wracking because you're concerned about what other people might think about you. But and I swear, once I press the record button and I start talking, all of that melts away. And suddenly, I find myself in a position to where I actually not really paying attention to what other people are thinking of me. And that's what I'm actually trying to communicate to you guys right now. The need to impress or to get people to like you, or this fear of what this person might think of you or what these people might think of you. Don't you understand that you're actually viewing it all the wrong way? When I do these things and I talk into the camera and I do so publicly while I'm walking around doing whatever it is that I do, I personally see it as an opportunity to stand out, because this is what has everything that I went through in my life has led me to standing out and embracing that. It's okay to be an outlier. It's okay to be isolated. It's okay to be laughed at. It's okay to be looked at sideways. It's okay to be the alien from time to time. A lot of you guys are just going to have to quite simply get used to being the alien. You're going to fail. You're going to experiment. You're going to try different things, just like I'm trying different things with you guys right now. It's much easier to kind of see, hand gestures, how it is that I speak, how it is that I go about doing things. The one thing I do have to get used to is just holding a microphone. I actually prefer doing a wireless microphone, but it's a bit wired. Like I said, you don't really appreciate wireless until you actually have to use something that's wired, but that's neither here nor there. Honestly, I feel like I'm behind the times using this. But this is exactly what it is that I'm talking about. I'm being my authentic self, and I'm unafraid of being my authentic self. Unfortunately, in today's world, everybody is trying to fit in. Everybody is not concerned about being themselves and standing out. And I believe in a book called Courage is Calling by Ryan Holiday. Shout out to Ryan Holiday. He's heavy on, stoicism of the ancient Romans and how you can exercise those ancient Stoic philosophies into your daily life and your habits and routines. And one of the chapters in Courage is Calling is called The Scariest Thing to Be is Yourself. And I'm going to be honest with you, I actually find that quite unfortunate because most people, and I don't know if this relates to you guys, I don't understand why we are so afraid to stand out. Or, I mean, come on, it's like, I'm a peacock, you gotta let me fly. Unfortunately, most people are afraid to spread their wings or to embrace the colors of their own feathers or being their most authentic selves. Now, obviously, I know peacocks don't fly. It's the other guy's reference. If you guys know, then you know. And this is just me. This is me being wonderfully weird, and I embrace it, and I embrace it completely. And I don't understand the fear behind not being, or the fear of not being yourself. Don't you know that you don't attract situations, people, circumstances, and standards that are not in alignment with who it is that you are? I'm gonna be honest, I don't really understand or get it, because what good is faking it for social media and for a friends group just to get some approval? What good is that actually going to do? I, for one, I'm not very good at being fake or pretending. I am what I am. I embrace what it is that I am. If you rock with it, cool. If you don't rock with it, cool. I'm not going to trip either way. But what I'm not going to do is compromise who it is that I am, whether it be my principles, my standards, my morals, and my integrities, my likes and my dislikes, just to impress y'all. I don't care about impressing you guys. I don't care about impressing people. And that's the mentality and the attitude that people have to have. But unfortunately, most people don't have that mentality and attitude. They're afraid to stand out. They're afraid of being kicked out of their social circles. And honestly, I think you should embrace it, because if they're willing to look at you sideways and try to discourage what it is you got going on, whether you're taking a chance on yourself or just simply recording a video right now, most people aren't doing this shit. And it can feel lonely sometimes, but the beautiful thing about it is, by being your most authentic self and putting yourself out there, you attract other people who are like-minded, and those are the ones who are actually for you at the end of the day. So I actually embrace the weirdness. I embrace being an alien. I embrace being strange. And I'm not doing it for attention or for views or for clicks or for likes. I don't care about the likes. I don't care about the subscribers. I really don't care too much about the views. I'm just being my most authentic self. And I'm trying to convince you guys to do the same, because quite frankly, not enough people are doing it. And you can look at this one of two ways. The first way you can look at it as, oh, not enough people are doing it. I'm just going to fit in. I'm not going to stand out. I'm going to be a sheep, and I'm just going to, go along and get along because it's comfortable. It feels safe. But you don't understand that that comfort and that safety is actually your detriment. You can't grow that way. And you can look at it, or you could look at it from a second perspective, through a second lens, the way that I look at it, and which is, I see it as an opportunity. I see it as an opportunity to stand out in ways that most people will never stand out. There's less competition there. And the ones who are actually willing and have the courage to put themselves out there are the ones who are going to reap the rewards and the benefits long term. But again, this is not something I do for the rewards or the benefits. This is just something that I want to do because I honestly believe that I have value to give to you guys. And I'm going to first serve myself as an example and continue to document the journey. I don't want to be before y'all for too long, but don't be afraid to stand out and to be yourself. Do not be afraid. Embrace it. Embrace being weird. Embrace being the alien. Embrace being strange. As a matter of fact, embrace it so much that you make yourself look foolish and you intentionally try to embarrass yourself. And then you realize over a period of time, you know what? This isn't frightening at all. This isn't embarrassing at all. This is who I am. And they just don't have the courage to actually be themselves. They don't even have the courage to do what it is that I'm doing right now. They don't even have the courage to hold a camera out in public and record themselves just talking about whatever with all these people around just looking at them. You got to lose the fear, y'all. You have to lose the fear. It's holding you back from the life that you actually want to live. You can't really express yourself. You see, me personally, I've always been drawn to people who are wonderfully weird because they're unafraid to be themselves. To me, those are the great ones. To me, those are the ones who embrace life on a much grander scale. And most people are never going to know what that's truly like because they prefer to be safe, stand on the sidelines and into the stands instead of actually competing into the arena, instead of actually putting yourself out there, instead of actually taking a chance on you for once in your life. And whatever endeavor you wish to pursue, hell, it doesn't even have to be with an endeavor. It can just be anything. Anything, honestly. If you love to sing, sing. If you love to dance, dance. I like making music. I do it for fun. It's like a spiritual experience for me. That's the shit I like to do. I also like to put myself on camera and record video for you guys, and record some content. And then rewatching this and rewatching the cringe of it, and then getting used to seeing myself on the camera, speaking to the camera, and just learning how to communicate more effectively. This is also another reason why I record these videos, so that I can actually watch what my errors and my mistakes are. Because again, I'm naturally an introvert, so when I actually watch the playback of these videos, I can actually see what it is that I need to correct in real time. I'm very aware and very mindful and very cognizant of what it is that I need to improve on and what it is that I need to do better. And a lot of people, they either don't have the proper perspective, or they just, I'm gonna be honest with you, they're just afraid. They're afraid. And you have to let that shit go. You got to let that fear go. You got to embrace being you. You got to be unapologetic about it and just rock out. As far as we all know, we got one life to live. Why not live it to the fullest? Why not live it fearlessly? Why not just embrace what it is that you like, what it is that you're naturally drawn for, what it is that you're naturally going to gravitate to. I'm actually planning a trip to go to Pacific Beach in San Diego while it's still warm, and maybe even go to Balboa Park and just record myself talking to you guys on camera. It doesn't matter who's around me. I've done this shit numerous times already. Even before I actually started dropping content on YouTube, I've done it. I don't want to be before you guys for too long, but I just want to encourage you guys to not be afraid to be who it is that you are. Be what it is that God has ordained you to be. Be beautifully, wonderfully strange and weird, because quite frankly, all the greats are strange. They all are. People have laughed at them. People have pushed them out of the social circles. People were embarrassed to be around them. So don't be surprised when people like me start being on the come up, on the rise, and we start actually getting some traction and getting some motion, and then you just want to come back and be like, oh, do you remember me? I remember you. No. You wasn't rocking with me in the beginning. You're not going to rock with me when I'm at the top. That's how it has to be. And that's the attitude and mentality that you have to have. But you're not going to have that if you don't have the courage and the willingness to put yourself out there. And then when you do this on an annual and consistent basis, you actually naturally build inner confidence, which is actually, I believe, is the goal to being who it is that you are. Most people just don't have that confidence to be themselves. I don't give a fuck about what you think of me. I'm going to wear what I want to wear, say what I want to say, talk about what I want to talk about. You can dislike it if you want to. You can have a difference of opinion. That's cool. I'm not going to bash on you for having a difference of opinion. But this is who I am, and I ain't switching up for nobody. So it is what it is. I'm just going to rock out. I'm going to continue having these conversations. I'm going to continue to experiment because, I got some lights right here. So I thought, I have them. I might as well use them instead of letting them collect dust. And this is what I'm talking about. Once I actually get on camera and start talking my shit, everything starts flowing and I start being a better and more effective communicator because I have more confidence now because I've done this enough times and a long enough period of time for it to compound and snowball. But also, it comes with the unapologetic mindset, mentality, and attitude of being yourself. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't switch up for nobody. Don't be trying to impress people. You are naturally going to be impressive by just being yourself because you have the courage to actually be yourself in a world full of fakes and lames, trying to get likes, subscribers, views, switching up on their opinions just to get people to like and get these cheap ass dopamine hits. Fuck all that. You don't need all that. You just need you. You just need you, what God gave to you, and you just need to rock out. That's it. There's nothing to it. You just gotta go. I hate to say it, you just gotta do it. That's how I get over a lot of the fear and the anxieties and the inertias that I have. I just do it. But that's a whole nother video. I ain't trying to bore you guys with that. Anyway, I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. On the flip side, I'm going to keep experimenting. I'm going to keep trying what works, what doesn't work. And who knows, maybe one day I actually might start doing a live stream. But again, I'm just working on being a master of my craft, and I'm going to work on continuously being better. I have no outcomes or no nothing attached to it. It's just me and you having a conversation. That's all that this is. I'm just giving y'all my authentic thoughts and my authentic emotions and feelings. I've said this before in a few of my videos and my shorts, and I'm going to say this in closing. I'm going to say it many times more. Actually, I'm going to say two things to you, and then I'm going to let y'all go. First and foremost, we are in a class war. I need to remind you all of this because being yourself ties into you being victorious in this class war. That's A. And then B, in relation to this video, I'm the same person online as I am in real life, and vice versa. Ain't nothing fake about what it is I got going on over here. How I am on the camera is exactly how I am in real life. If you just so happen to see me in the street somewhere randomly, holla at me. I'm a real person. It don't matter. It don't matter if I'm at the top. It don't matter if I'm at the bottom. I'm going to be the same no matter what. But just better. I'm just going to be better over time. You're going to watch and see the documentation over time. I'm documenting it right now to you guys. And I'm going to start by not being afraid of being who it is that I am. This is me. Take it or leave it. It's a take it or leave it deal. It's that simple. I'm going to catch you all in the next one. Deuces. That's a wrap. That's a wrap, boy.